Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all shapes, sizes, congruencies, nationalities, at least those that speak English. Well, I'll say hello to those who don't speak English, but you won't understand what I'm saying, so it doesn't really matter. But, to everybody out there, in general, you know the song, Jesus loves little children, all children of the world, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. And that's how you are to me, or at least, well, I hope I will think of you. Anyway, moving on. That's what I'm starting from. Anyway, today I'm looking okay, well, let me go back again. Today is Wednesday, October the 9th, 2013 AD. I am Canon EOS photographer, RandallMRueff. We are on, this image right here is straight from Amazon.com. If you type in Canon EOS-1DX, you will be able to come up across this link. If I remember to, I'll put the link in the description to the on YouTube. I should be able to remember that. It's only going to be a few more minutes from here. Anyway, we're looking at the 1DX because this is the camera right now that I want. Now, having said that, the 1DC is better, but it costs $4,000 more. So for the price, what it can do, this is the camera. Now, having said that, there's rumors of a 1DQ or a 1Q, excuse me, a 1Q that is coming out sometime next year. That is supposed to be mirrorless, which means it would not be a DSLR, it would be a D for digital. So they can drop the SLR from the camera and it would be mirrorless. And because there would be no shutter, there would be no sound, it would be quiet. There's a lot of things that could benefit from that. So until that kind of camera comes out, this is, right now, the 1DX is the best camera on the market. Again, the 1DC is better. It does 4K. It has a few extra options. So I would love to have that camera, but right now, the 1DX for the professional photographer is one of the two cameras that I would love to own. Okay, so 1DX. Now, the problem with owning it is I don't have the money. I wish I did. It's $67.99, but they're on Amazon.com. They have free shipping. Of course, there's going to be taxes on it. So that's the first picture. The next picture is this one. Ooh, bloated up. I didn't want to bloat it up. I didn't mean to bloat it up. Okay, third picture. Fourth picture without a lens. Ooh, the back side. The top. And the side. So let's start at the front. And let's blow it up. I like that idea. I didn't know if I would have done that. I would have. Let's see if I can. Ooh. Isn't that pretty? Right there, okay. So that's the 1DX. Isn't it pretty? It's a 50mm 1.2. Now I personally would use the 28-300 lens if I can afford that as well. But right now I can't, so I use what I got. Second, let's go to the second image. Again, the 50mm 1.2. It's very pretty. I don't want anyway. I'll just leave you with that. Let's see what the next one is. Where do you do that one? I don't know. Okay, well here it is without the lens. You can see the fine detail and craftsmanship that Canon has. Look how smooth that ring is. You can't. I'm touching it, but you can't see me touching it. Anyway, but it's very smooth. I used to work at Pinway in Edinburgh, Indiana, welding on high pressure tanks. And we would have seals that were that smooth. It had to be milled smooth. And you had to do it real slow. And you had to do the milling machine at a certain rate to get it that smooth. And it was really nice. It was really neat when it came out and was done. And they've done that here. I'm sure they're doing that at Canon. Next one, ooh, here's the back. Now, you can't see everything, obviously, because part of it's cropped off. But you can see the screen, the filing system at the bottom, all the buttons. So pretty. Okay, here's the one you really want to see. At least in my opinion. The top LCD screen tells you your ISO, your shutter speed, your aperture, how many pictures you got, your photo modes, your battery life, what kind of exposure, it's manual right now, your battery life, how many shots you got left, etc., etc., etc. And then on the left side, you have your modes and your drive modes and your, all kinds of really cool stuff. Here's your ports. You can plug in your GPS and your wired LAN and your microphone and your remote trigger and all kinds of neat little stuff. And there it is with it open. Okay, now I'm trying to see if it's the GPS or the wireless LAN on the left side there. Well, either way, whether it's I can't tell if it's the GPS or the wired LAN. The GPS gets your GPS signal so you can geotag your photos. And if it's a wired LAN, it sends the pictures from your camera straight to your computer within a certain range. And I'm not sure which one that device is, either one, because they're both physically the same size and shape. So whichever one it is, that's how it fits on. It looks really neat. I mean, I wish it was built in, obviously. And I think eventually the next lineup generation, it probably will be, both the GPS and the wired. But until then, okay. Again, here's another one. I don't know. Let's see what the difference between those two is. Not much. Okay. Then of course we've got our accessories. We've got the camera, the battery, the discs, the battery charger. This little thing underneath the camera is a thing to hold the cables in place so it doesn't actually jerk out when you're moving it or something by accident. You got your USB to camera cable, you got your power cord, and of course on the bottom, which you can only see half of, you got your strap. That's what comes with the camera. Let's close this puppy up. Now let's talk about the $6,800 plus tax. Amazon.com has free shipping. Woo! It's in stock, obviously. Now let's go down here. There's 11 new, which is what I want. You don't want to get a used one when it comes to this kind of material, camera, unless you've got 4 or 5 already. Then you got 5 used for 50. It's cheaper, but it's used, obviously. 2 refurbished, which means they've gone in the shop, they fixed what needed to be fixed, and it's selling for $61.99. So 11 new is what we want. We don't need 11. 1 would be great. But 1's what we're after, and I mean, if somebody wanted to buy me 2, that wouldn't complain. I mean, because I could use 1 at home, 1 on the road. That'd be nice. Besides, I need it. If anything, I'm going to get 2 of it would be extra batteries, because it only comes with 1 battery, but it comes with a charger for 2 batteries, which I don't know. That doesn't exactly make sense. But anyway, unless they're trying to sell more batteries, maybe it does make sense. I don't know. Anyway, there it is. I would ideally like to get the 28-300mm lens, plus a lens filter for that lens, a UV0 protection lens for that filter for that lens, the GPS device that fits on the side, some extra batteries, or at least 1 extra battery, preferably 2 or 3, plus the RX 600 flash. And there's just some accessories I like to get with it. But the camera itself is beautiful. It's awesome. And let's just look at that some more. I mean, just look at that beautiful. I mean, isn't that just, the craftsmanship is just wonderful. As human technology goes, baby, this is it. Let's look. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to look at the back. Let's look at the back. No, I don't want to do it. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Okay, all I gotta do is zoom in right here. Look at that beautiful camera. Look how crisp and clear. That's a good photo too of it. Somebody did a good job. Maybe they took a picture of the 1DX with a 1D. I don't know. Either way, it's very in focus and clear, crisp, sharp. That's the kind of pictures you want all the time. Let's see. Okay, of course. Let's go. Oh, I keep bringing. I don't want to do that. Oh well, that'll work. No. Ooh, no, I don't want to do that. Let's go back the other way. Look at that. Isn't that, I mean, it's just a good picture. Isn't that cool? I mean, it just looks cool. There's your flash attachment, your modes, your eyepiece. I mean, everything about it looks good. Now, obviously, they can make improvements. Everything about technology can be improved upon. But right now, this is the camera camera of my dreams, well, it's not the camera of my dreams, it's the camera of my lust. The camera of my dreams is so much better than this. But right now, this is the state of the art, with the exception of the 1DC. Now, you might say to yourself, what about the cinema cameras? They cost a lot more, they do a lot more, but for video, you're right, they're better, but not for video and still photography. Now, obviously they do still photography too, the cinema cameras do, but they're not in comparison with the 1DX and the 1DC. The cinema cameras are made for video. They're video cameras that do still pictures, and they're not made to compete with the 1DX and the 1DC as far as speed and quality. I mean, they do quality, but not to do the speed. Basically, speed was what you're talking about here with photography as compared to the cinema line. Because the 1DX and the 1DC can go a lot faster when it comes to photography. But there it is. There's the top. I just love the way it looks. I mean, seriously. Let's go back to this one. Oh, I don't want to do that. I keep wanting to click on it for some reason. But there it is. It is the 1DX 18.1 megapixel full frame. That's another thing. Full frame CMOS digital SLR. Until they come out with a digital that's not SLR, it's just mirrorless. What we refer to as mirrorless, which I thought they should have done the digital SLRs a long time ago and just got rid of the SLR part. I mean, I thought about that back when they first came out with digital, but nobody listens to me. Anyway, so until next time, okay. First of all, let me say, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it. And again, I'm just ranting and raving about something I can't afford to own that I wish I could. It's awesome. I love it. I don't get paid to make these videos, obviously. I wish if they were paying me, I'd have one to use. So, Ken, if you're out there. Anyway, my name and address will be down in the description below. The link to this page on Amazon.com will be in the link below. And if